Alright guys, you're listening to Therapy with the Coup. This is our first ever podcast. Thank you for listening wherever you are. Hope you're going to enjoy yourself.
Carry on, man.
Alright, so I'm going to set it off first by introducing myself. I'm Sule, and there's 4 of us in the Coup. Everyone else, introduce yourself. Go around, starting with you over there. Tell us your name.
My name's Kemo.
That's just one of our other hosts playing
Or playing a bad joke.
Yeah.
She was playing a good joke.
playing a good joke. Sup peeps, I'm Kem.
I'm Morgana.
And Hamza.
Alright, cool. So that's the Coup. It's a military takeover. We're taking over your airwaves or your computers, wherever you are listening. Hope you enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's it. We're going to be discussing a variety of topics. You know, just...
What are we kicking off with today?
Well, you know, we're having a discussion the other day about hip-hop. So I think we're going to get into that first and foremost.
Hip-hop.
Yeah, one of us, we were discussing whether hip-hop is still alive or not. Someone actually said hip-hop is dead.
No, I'm saying rap is dead.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Hamza said rap is dead. Yeah. I tend to disagree. But this is how we're going to set it off. So, I mean, let's start with you, Morgana, because I know you have different...
I don't know too much about rap.
That's why I think we should start with it. It'd be good.
Okay.
What do you think? I mean, do you think hip-hop is dead?
Hip-hop or rap?
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
What's the differentiation between rap and
Well, rap is just straight Jay-Z lyrics.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think rap is what they're doing.
But hip-hop,
I thought hip-hop was the movement. Yeah, so it's a whole movement. The music, it's a scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
that word culture?
So you say no one raps anymore?
People do rap,
Some
but
people.
They don't call it rap anymore.
No, they do call it rap. But actually, they don't want to call it rap too much. They end up singing a lot.
Everyone just calls it hip hop. It's true. That's the first. Yeah. Before we even get into whether it's dead, why don't anyone call it rap anymore? Anyway, I don't understand that. I prefer rap. I mean, because like if I was to say, if I said Snoop was a rapper when he first came out, but now.
And how is a line?
Yeah, he's a hip hop. Like it's true, but it's true. It's true. That's why he became a line because he don't rap.
The term rap music, it feels really kind of like it's a negative thing. And now it's on TV going, he's into rap music.
That's like Thatcher days when they
Yeah, like
what rap music?
oh,
is.
like
Smashing
hip-hop.
CDs.
It was the apocalypse coming.
It's true. I like that. I like the whole idea that rap had this bit of danger.
Well, it was
Hip hop
born out
sounds
of
too
that,
nice.
wasn't it, I guess?
Yeah.
Remember Onyx?
I loved Onyx.
When I was a kid, I looked at Onyx. They looked dangerous.
Didn't they look like rap?
They look. I didn't even want to look at them in the video. They look dangerous.
When you look at their CD cover, when you see them, they look like rap.
But now you look at them, they just look stupid when you look back.
No, but this is a good point because now,
Who's on it?
remember the guy from Moesha?
You know I'm the young one in the group, so
You know? Yeah, she's the youngest.
You're not that young.
By a year. But remember in Moesha, the guy who played Q, her boyfriend?
yeah.
Ash Fredro Starr. He's a rapper.
I know who he is. Yeah,
He was in Onyx.
Yeah, you didn't know him?
Bro, in my head, Onyx was so underground,
Yeah.
so like dangerous and
They
gangster.
were. Remember
They could never be on Moesha.
they had a guy called Sticky Fingers in the group. He was nuts.
I didn't know any of them.
50 Cent first came through with them on a couple songs, I don't know.
Was it?
But they were so rap, like hard. They look
Yeah, they look
rap.
They-
Yeah, but then if you think about people now, like Drake or Kendrick Lamar, they look like hip hop.
Drake sings.
Yeah.
Can you sing and still be a rapper?
Yeah, it depends how. I think it depends how you do it though. 'Cause look at DMX. DMX used to sing all the time. You know I don't do it.
Yeah.
You know you can't say a bad thing about DMX. Don't care anywhere around me. None of you. No one can ever. DMX is. He's one of the forefathers of rap hip hop, as we know.
Forefather, that's right.
That's
Good
right.
vibes.
Even though he came after hip hop.
Yeah. How's your forefather?
Because his spirit was
From the
embedded.
future. Went back in time, created rap.
I love DMX. You know when you see something and it's so real. Like, you know when you see something real, you can never look at anyone else, anything else the same way again. That's how
What
I
if
feel
you
about
meet
DMX.
DMX and you find out he's nothing like you think he is?
See him, yeah, he could never, like, if I met him, he could never break the myth of what he's like. Because he's so messed up. He's going to be 9 different people when I meet him, and I'm going to love every single one. Even when I see him on documentaries. No, but DMX is like, just raw. It's just
When I see him in interviews, that's the black thing. That's the black thing. It does seem like this is what you get, and there's no real kind of like pretend.
Yeah, you're right.
If he says something and it's wrong, say wrong, he's
so
still gonna
open.
live by it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Didn't that sound like DMX
Yeah,
there?
Megan.
You know,
You was
nah.
practicing your bark earlier. Let's hear your bark.
Don't put pressure.
She was practicing her bark earlier, but she wrote bark.
That's the sound though.
No, you got to rap the noise.
Right, the noise. Don't write what it is.
What's those words that sound like what? How they're spelled?
What? Onomatopoeia.
Is that onomatopoeia?
It is.
Oh, I'm taking
I
this
still
in the
can't
wrong
figure out what a
direction.
verb is.
A verb. Isn't a verb a doing word?
I don't know.
Verb is a doing word.
What's
Noun
an
is a
adjective
naming
then?
word.
Yeah, describing. Adjective is.
Yeah,
Adjective
see.
is. Let's stop.
I use all of them. Which one's which? I remember the exact day in school when they were teaching me these things, and I went, I'm not gonna learn this. I was so.
Good choice.
I said, no,
not
it
do
was.
this one.
I was struggling to get to remember them, and I was like, just forget it. It ain't gonna be that important. And I remember never trying to learn them ever again, from childhood till now.
I used to like watching Countdown. Remember, I thought I was smart when I used to watch Countdown. And they used to talk about nouns and verbs.
Can you still? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do
I knew consonants
vowels.
from
Countdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. It's a good show.
It is, but it's hard, man.
Yeah, it's very hard.
I can never do that.
I can never spell any
What's
words
the hardest
on
game
Countdown.
show? The hardest game show for me is University.
Challenge.
Is it University Challenge?
That was
Anything
hard.
with letters and numbers.
No, Mastermind.
I'm out.
I can do Mastermind.
Well,
Mastermind, I'm
Mastermind's
around.
different though, because isn't that specialist subject?
Yeah,
So
but
if
then
you
have a
don't
general
know
one
it,
as well.
yeah, I guess so.
Or Blockbuster. What about Blockbuster?
It seemed hard at the time, but it was at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It couldn't have been hard. It couldn't have been that hard.
You know, the worst thing is the prizes that they won. Did you ever see the prizes?
No.
The rubbish, like a book or a t-shirt.
Was
Or
that
a
it?
cap or something stupid like that. But the music was sick.
I think I watched that religiously because it was on just before something else.
Was
came
it
on.
Blockbuster?
She's right.
Yeah.
With Bob Holness.
Yeah.
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 Was it 6 o'clock? Was it
No, it
earlier?
wasn't.
It was
Five.
like,
Five.
Yeah,
yeah,
4 or
it
5.
was- It was just when it turned into good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it was
On
like
It's
ITV.
late for me,
after
man. I was a
school.
cartoon junkie. I never used to watch stuff that had real people in it. Always about cartoons. I hated Blue Peter.
Oh yeah, I hated Blue Peter, but I think
That's so boring.
Blockbusters was on, and then something else was on, and then was Blockbuster on
Home and
Channel
Away or
2?
something.
Maybe.
Yeah,
ITV.
Home and Away was on ITV. All I remember is Fresh Prince at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
all I can remember.
Didn't you used to go Simpsons and Fresh Prince or something?
No,
was
Simpsons
that
came
DJ?
later, a lot
Oh,
later.
confused.
Oh yeah, the DJ. I remember you talking about. Didn't that come on after Fresh Prince?
No,
Yeah,
was it
what was his
was it
name?
Ren and Stimpy after Fresh Prince?
No,
No,
Ren and
Wild.
Stimpy was late. Wasn't there like
No,
11
No, I
PM?
don't think it was
it was
because I
early.
used to think,
It was
why
like
is it on
7:30.
so early?
Yeah, it was on early.
Yeah, it was on
So
early.
wrong.
Exactly.
So wrong, man.
Dirty.
I watch it now. I've got them. I downloaded them, man.
I've got them on my hard drive as well. I don't know why. I don't even know how they got there. I don't know how they
Probably
got
ask
there.
you
Commission
No.
that stuff.
You know what I mean? How did they get away with that? Some of the stuff they used to do, they used to lick their eyeballs. They used to
Yeah.
have fur balls and
Fur
scraping
balls,
their tongues. Oh,
That was filthy.
But it was kind of for adults, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
It
definitely.
was an adult.
The Americans always have those kind of cartoons that are just disgusting.
I never got into Beavis and Butthead.
Me neither.
I liked it for a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
King
some-
of the Hill a bit.
I knew
I
it.
like, do you remember Daria? They're making a film with that now.
What, live action?
What, a
Live
live
action version, but it's like
do that.
they're adults and they go back to their school reunion, which I think is a really bad idea. But the girl actually sounds and looks a lot like Daria, which is good. I
Is she
enjoyed
well
that.
known, or is she?
She was. Did you see Funny People with Adam Sandler and Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the girl that who's the main guy? Is it Josh? Not the big one that was in. Oh, I'm so bad at this. In the Greek. What's
Get him to the Greek.
Not that one. The other Jewish dude.
Oh, Jason Segel.
No,
Oh,
the other main Jewish dude that was in Knocked Up.
Yeah.
Oh, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's trying to get with her. She's the other comedian with the
yeah.
glasses. She's
Yeah.
playing Daria. Interesting fact for you guys.
I can't even remember what that girl looked like.
I just remember she had glasses and a fringe. You know
The
what
only thing I remember was that he was really promiscuous. What's his name?
What?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And he
That's the
tries to
only
get
thing
the
I
girl.
ever remember from that film.
I can't
Is
even
that
remember.
Do you remember
was really
he couldn't get the
promiscuous.
girl, and
Yeah.
then Adam Sandler came back and,
And
got her after.
got her after. That's
Yeah.
that's the highlight of that movie.
I ain't even seen that film, and I usually watch every Adam Sandler.
Do you like it?
You know I love Adam Sandler. You know I can't stand Will Ferrell.
You know my brother loves Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler.
So would Adam Sandler be rap or hip hop?
That's true, man.
That's true. Adam Sandler's rap, man.
No, he's hip hop.
He's 100% hip
damn.
hop.
He's rap, man.
All
Because he's
day.
old school. Nah, he's like old school rap. Like De La Soul backpacker rap. That's what Adam Sandler will be. Yeah. Will Ferrell's like new age stuff. He's like Will Ferrell's like Drake.
Will Ferrell can't be Drake.
He's Drake. He's singing.
He
He's
cannot
new
be
age.
Drake.
Because you know Drake like takes hold of it. It's like social, like you know the whole internet and Twitter and stuff. That's what I associate with Drake, like YOLOs and all this stuff. Like Drake can control a whole generation of
You know
people.
what I hate about?
Say-
You know what I hate about Drake? Not Drake. I just hate about people who do
Like
this
Drake.
kind of thing when they put his lyrics in quotation marks and act like it's some new
This
song.
is what I'm talking
No,
about.
like
It's
there's
gospel,
some.
yeah.
It came down. People
No.
are gonna mistake it in the future, and they're gonna see him and Wiz Khalifa, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, new prophets are here." Someone's gonna collate a book, and
Nah,
then
it's
suddenly,
so true. That's what
I
I'm talking
hate
about.
that, man.
That's what I'm talking. Like when he started saying, like started from the bottom, now we're here. He's basically saying rags to riches. That's nothing new.
yeah,
People
the way
think
he said it,
It's
suddenly,
a
Right, he's
new
interpreted it
mantra.
different.
and people are talking like it's genius.
And then everyone starts putting Instagram
from the bottom.
Yeah.
Now we're here. Yeah, man. And none of them are there.
None of
They're still at the bottom.
but their bottom is they finished school and now they're working.
Oh, it's
so that's
true.
it.
They
It's
got a
like-
car.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom. Now
You know
I'm
what I mean?
here.
This is what I like Drake lyrically. He's got his beats. I like everything about Drake, but it's the Drake fans that just drive
What's
me
that thing on
nuts.
Insta where they keep putting up pictures of Drake looking like he's all nuts?
Oh, it's from his
That's
video.
funny, man.
It's from one of his videos where he's creeping.
Yeah, it was from
The one where he's heading the ball and
that
stuff.
Toronto.
He's
no,
got
that
it.
Wiz Khalifa video. No New Friends. It was from No New Friends.
Oh, no
video.
new friends.
Yeah, so he because they were doing
Yeah,
the
but you got-
fake throwback.
That's
so
another
why they were
thing.
dressed like that.
Those lyrics sometimes, man. No
That's
new
another one.
friends. No new friends.
That's another
No
one.
new friends. No.
So now everyone
What?
goes around.
Pete, yeah.
Now everyone goes around
just like a
on
loop.
Twitter and Instagram. No new friends. Look, I've been with my friend
Yeah.
since I was 10 and they're 12.
Yeah.
No new friends. I hate it.
But they're also very childish lyrics. When you think
Proper.
about it.
It's
That's
a
playground
nursery
lyrics.
rhyme.
That's someone going, I don't need no friends. Someone else to be a friend. No, you can't be my friend. Who does that when you're an adult? Have you ever gone up to someone and go, can I be your friend? No.
No new friends.
No new
sorry,
friends.
sorry. I've already got my quota for this year.
Yeah,
I'm on
sorry.
10. If someone drops out, if someone doesn't return my calls, then maybe I can hold out.
That is not an adult conversation when you think about it.
But see,
There's
this is what I'm talking
no adults have ever done that.
But that's hip hop. See, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's not
So
black.
now we're saying what hip hop is childish.
Well, yeah, because hip hop is about it's trendy. It's I don't know. It's social. It's because hip hop was more inclusive. That's why I like rap. As rap, even though rap was it was a bit aggressive and hostile and all this, and it was a bit exclusive. But rap
Really
was
bombastic as well.
yeah, it was a bit more pure. It was a bit more earned. Your stars and
Well, the
rap
fact is
was
you
earned.
can't be a good rapper if you don't have great lyrics.
Yeah.
Then why are rappers having the lyrics written for them? That's what I'm not saying hip hop's dead, but
Yeah.
the movement is kind of, it feels like it's dwindling out when people
Yeah, the
say,
movement.
yeah, I've got a writer. Like, that makes no sense. That's like
Yeah.
Picasso going, oh, I've got some young dude mixing up my colours and just putting the paint on there and I just swirl it around
But
a bit.
that does actually happen. Like,
No, don't
Yeah,
say that.
it does.
No.
Loads of painters
Do you
had
think anyone touched that canvas when
Yeah.
Picasso was doing it?
no,
That's
not Picasso's
ridiculous.
ones, but things like what's it called, the ceiling.
Oh yeah, he couldn't have done that on his own.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you've had
Michelangelo.
people,
Michelangelo.
no, and
Yeah,
even
yeah, that's
modern
fair
painters,
enough.
even modern painters all have understudies who are
Yeah.
making
Not
all of the
paint
things.
not paint on the canvas and then go, oh, this is by Hamza,
Yeah.
and you've got Morgana all up in it.
Well, yeah, they're like colouring in bits.
He did
Well,
two
then, that isn't a
swishes.
that isn't a hip hop problem. That's a new age, new world.
I guarantee, but then again,
time
at the
we're
same
living in
time,
joke.
look at it this way. I agree. Let's play devil's advocate. If you're a rapper, everyone loves you by your raps and the
Yeah.
skill of your raps. However, there's loads of singers out there who have people writing songs for them,
Exactly.
and they sing them. No
Yeah.
one hears about the guy who wrote that song.
No
for
one complains.
Dolly Parton
It's pretty
or
But
something.
cool.
they're not part of what is like hip hop came from a technically less like a struggle, a political movement. You can't therefore dilute it by you singing lyrics that haven't come from what you're struggling from.
I agree with you,
Because
but
someone might go, oh yeah, like Rihanna might go, oh so and so wrote this song for me. You know, it felt like it was what I was going through with Chris. That's fair enough. That's your business. But we're talking about the struggle here. We can't have someone talking
But
about.
he's not talking about struggle. He's talking about a Bugatti.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's the content.
There's
of the
no
music.
struggle involved
not
in
the
singing
same
these
anymore.
lyrics.
So this is what I'm saying.
Oh,
That kind
God,
of music
no,
is not hip hop. Then it's like they need
No,
to work.
that is
rap
hip
is
hop.
dead.
No, that
It's
is hip
more.
hop. It's not rap. This is my point.
Okay.
Hip hop is this whole like everyone says hip hop is the lifestyle. It's the movement. It's the whatever.
I
But
think
that's
it's
not
the
rap.
culture.
Wait.
It's
Is
people
hip-hop
that-
gutter?
it's a culture.
No, I don't think so.
So
Rap
if you
is
were going,
gutter.
oh, so rap is gutter, but
Yeah.
hip hop isn't gutter.
Nah,
So
not today's
What's
hip hop.
that? What's that website?
Which one?
Hip hop
hip-hop.
and what's that?
World
Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Come on,
is
there's-
that not a gutter site?
That's nothing. Yeah, but that's nothing to do
So
with
what's
rap.
that? So
It's nothing to do with rap. Have you been
you
on
just
there?
said rap's gutter.
Rap is gutter. Hip hop is not.
But that's a hip hop site.
Yeah, but that's how it doesn't even have hip hop. Yeah, it does have rap stuff on there.
It
but
has music on there.
then it has women fighting.
Yeah.
It has bikini
But
models.
isn't that culture really gutter when you think about it? The things that they value is someone got hit in the projects or something happened. The other person was someone on crack and he was out in the street naked. They were like, going mad.
Was Talisa on this Star
Probably.
Hip Hop?
Probably, yeah, she was.
They do UK stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
UK stuff on there as well.
And then you've got
Leave
all of those
it.
honeys. Then you've got all those women just
Hip-hop honeys.
shaking bums and stuff.
But this is my thing though. I think originally that lifestyle was. This is what I'm saying. I think rap it was gutter, but when everyone started calling it hip hop, I don't know what they started calling it first. When everyone started calling it hip hop, it turned to something else. Once it became a movement or a lifestyle or a culture, or whatever you want to call it, it's no longer about the music anymore. This is my problem. What was you gonna say?
Alright then. That's all well and good. But would you rather be a gutter rapper or a rich hip hop artist?
Well, if it depends. I mean, if you're talking about
Maybe a gollywog.
Are you making any
this is
money
the gully
from
one. This is
being
the gully one
the
question.
gutter rapper?
You're
Any money
making
at all?
money.
You're making
a living.
Who's those good rappers? What's his name?
Yeah, what? Just
The guy
tours.
Nas. The Nas always talking
Talib
about.
Kweli.
No. One of those original guys. I forget his name.
What,
I really
Rakim?
like him.
Rakim
The other guy.
and Pete Rock.
No.
Slick Rick.
I'll remember him. I'll remember him later.
But yeah. So if you're asking me, would I rather be a rapper, a Grammy rapper, or a hip hop star? I think I would rather be a Grammy rapper, and I'll say it because money aside, everyone needs money. Everyone wants money. That's fair enough. But if I'm a rapper, in both cases I'd be a rapper. So I care about my music legacy. I care about my history, don't I? So if you're talking about,
You don't necessarily have to.
you don't have to, but I mean, when I first got in, so if I'm a rapper or I'm a hip hop megastar, either way, when I first came in, I would have liked the music at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume a bit, at least a little bit. So it's gonna be about the music for me. Like, I'm gonna get big off my work most likely. If you're good at something, eventually, people are gonna pay you for it. This is what I think. So
I don't think
That's
so.
questionable.
I think so. I think it.
To me, you just sound like Pitbull.
No. See, Pitbull sold out a long time ago.
No, but at the same time, he entered it like you did, going, I just want to, I feel about the music, and
he wasn't making no money.
and he didn't make no money. Then he went, oh my god,
I can cross over and do
Yeah.
it. But this depends on the person you are. Like, I don't want to sound like some purist. I am a bit of an idealist at some points. I'm a bit of a romantic. So I think I would try and stick it out. Like, for example, you see Nas, for example. When he first came out, it was grimy. He was rap. There was no hip hop. He was rap. He was grimy. He was, you know what I mean. And then he got big and he crossed over a bit, got more money. So he became a hip hop star. But you don't have to compromise yourself so much. I don't believe. I don't think you have to. I mean, everyone's gonna make money. Why do you have to compromise yourself that badly?
But Nas talks about money all day.
Because his lifestyle's changed now. He's got a lot of money now, so he can't be talking about Queensbridge Race, Farmers March, and the block and all the stuff he's doing, robbing people on the train. He can reminisce on it.
But does he have to be holding up his chain?
Yeah, but Americans, that Americans are different. You know what Americans like. They hold so much, especially when it comes to things like that. When it comes to flossing, they just hold, I don't know, so much stead and so much different things. I mean, look at over here, for example. Who can you compare it to? That's
So wait a minute, does hip hop even exist anymore? I mean, when we were talking about gutter, when you say gutter, when you go back to the 80s in New York, you didn't think of it. The way they were doing their raps then, with these crazy lyrics that were too happy, and everyone's just wants to dance on cardboard, things like that. No one was thinking about that girl with all the tattoos on her bum and stuff. No one was thinking about that. It was really innocent in a way. So
you're right.
surely hip hop's dead then.
well. It depends who you're listening to. Like, I would say that last day you're talking about, that was good because it was representation of people. So whether you're grimy or you're discoing and dancing and breakdancing, my music is reflecting what people are doing. So that's why it had its place.
Yeah.
Now, people are copying what the music is doing. So
Yeah.
the music can't then, it doesn't work. It's like a mirror. It can't go back on itself and talk about, because it'll be talking about itself, but it's talking about nothing. So that's why a lot of rappers today are talking about nothing, because they're talking about what people are doing based on what they're doing, but they're talking about nothing.
So you mean they're actually educating the people who are listening to them
100%.
on what to do?
100%.
I guess so.
But rap though,
Because I'm sure a great population did know about Cristal.
Yeah.
Until someone was talking
somebody
about it.
mentioned it, yeah.
Definitely.
Now a lot of people got empty bottles of Cristal in their room, like they bought it in the first place,
And then
and
also,
they didn't even buy it.
but
No
now
one
nobody
drinks-
drinks
nobody drinks
Cristal
Cristal.
because
Yeah.
Jay-Z said, I don't drink Cristal anymore. So people turn around and boycotting it based on what somebody else has said in their lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basic bottom line, I say, it depends what you're listening to. I think hip hop is alive. If you want to call it hip hop, because when you say hip hop, we're talking about rap and hip hop. We're talking about the same kind of thing. I try to differentiate, but it's hard. No one,
Who are the key players in that keeping it alive?
again,
I think it's dead.
That sounded rehearsed, that question.
I ain't gonna lie.
that was a good question. It can't be dead, because it depends. If you're listening to mainstream hip hop,
I do mean that. Only because now it is just pop.
right?
pop,
So
yeah.
then, if you're listening to that, then you will say it's dead. If you're listening to, if the only thing you ever bought this year was Magna Carta or Yeezus or Rick Ross album, for example, and you said it was dead, I would agree with you if that's what you're listening to. But if you're buying, okay, even Kendrick Lamar's album, for example, it was a commercial success,
Yeah, it was.
but that's not where it came from. It came from a different place. It came from all these mixtapes that he's been bringing out for ages. That album was just a culmination of all that stuff, that story, in a commercial album, which was a success. So his album, even though commercially was a success, I'd say that is more about
Authentic, you mean?
Yeah, way more authentic.
But then again, yeah. Sorry, go on.
The thing with that, Kendrick Lamar did really well because of social media and stuff. Like, I didn't hear about social media. I didn't hear about Kendrick Lamar from radio or TV. I've seen everyone putting up his album on Instagram or talking about it on Twitter. Now, this is the problem. I think that people who are listening to certain people like, say, like Jay-Z and blah blah blah, all those guys, who you might assume, which then connects to it being dead. The reason that it's kind of dying at the same time is because of social media and stuff. Like when Jay-Z brings out his album just on was it a Samsung phone or something?
Samsung bought 1 million copies. And
Yeah, it's kind of at the same time it's kind of helping it, but at the same time it's kind of killing it. I don't think it's like. I think it's not that the genre is dead, or that music is dead or anything. I think we're going through a time where everything's changing. We're going through some mad evolution, like I was saying earlier. The kids don't know what to fight for, what not to fight for, what they're doing things for, what they're getting dressed for, what they're not getting dressed for. They've got no real anything to push them forward. So we're all over the place in terms of music, fashion, politics. No one knows.
Where are we going then?
Whoa.
So then what does that
Whoa.
mean then? That means that we've got no direction
Yeah.
as a people.
Yeah.
100%.
Our youth has no direction.
I think it started with my generation.
I think your generation was the problem. I think every
completely
generation up until your generation,
Yeah.
starting with you being born,
Your generation
Yeah,
should make
I
it
the biggest
definitely
problem.
think it was me.
you came and led them astray.
Was that? What year was that?
I'm not gonna
81?
lie.
Yeah,
84.
definitely that one. I remember it well.
No, I'm saying though, that if
That's right.
no, you are right. However, the content of Kendrick Lamar's album is completely different to the content of Rick Ross album.
Yeah,
or
but
Jay-Z
but
album.
when you keep on saying stuff like this, it's like there's some authenticity.
Yeah.
But that means that hip hop doesn't change. If you've got to stick to that line of how things should be, then you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but the main point is it's authentic. It doesn't matter what the content is. Was my point, because
But how can you make it authentic?
well, this is my point. If you're talking about so Kendrick Lamar's talking about himself and his lifestyle and his neighborhood, has basically the album Good Kid, Mad City that explains it all. So he's talking about obviously LA and the gang warfare and obviously normal guys trying to get along in this, and his everyday life that is something that a lot of people obviously who are from LA can relate to. This is something it's nothing new what he's talking about. It's something that's been forgotten, because for the longest while what we've been hearing is what the people who are at the top of hip hop are telling us about. So it's Jay-Z telling us about Learjets and Coops and all of that stuff. Fair dues, that's what he's living. That's what we're listening to right now. We're listening to Rick Ross talking about Maybach music. We're listening to, I don't know, whoever you want to throw
Yeah,
it.
but you say this stuff, but really it's just people. So I want to hear Kendrick's third album. And let's see if he doesn't talk about Learjets.
Yeah, Kendrick's gonna
on
change.
his third album.
He's gonna change.
So then Jay-Z's one and everyone else's one is pretty authentic too.
To them.
As how they're living.
Definitely.
Because I don't think Kendrick wrote it saying, I'm going to write authentic hip-hop. He wrote it as a story.
Talking about himself.
But this is
what
the
he
point.
knows.
This is the point. Someone can have a skill, but if you haven't got something to talk about of value, it becomes pointless. Like people like Jay-Z and them lot, I'm not saying they're good or they're bad at what they do, but they don't have anything of substance to talk about anymore, like that would affect you and I. Whereas when I watch an interview of Kendrick Lamar, he just comes from this place that seems really real. He's living it. Even his mood, the way he dresses, he emulates what he's talking about. There will come a point when he no longer does, and things will change. But this is the point. You'll have somebody, like for example, Amy Winehouse, amazing voice, and it's like she gave herself the struggle. She wanted something to cry about. She wanted something to sing about, to give her
addiction.
she gave herself it. She voluntarily put herself
just so she can have some substances. I know
she
it's
went
purpose to sing.
and then it just went crazy, you know. And that's part of the appeal about her, is that this struggle. But when you have someone who has an amazing skill, but they have no, it's like having someone who can paint or draw amazingly, but they have no emotion to like then feed through that ability to draw.
Yeah,
so
I
then
do
they're
see
just
what
drawing
you're
houses in fields. And it's like, oh, that's getting a bit
It
boring.
also comes out in people's lyrics when one song they'll flip and talk about 50 different things, because basically they've put together all of these rhymes, thinking about them separately and then put them in one and saw how they can go together.
Yeah.
I can see how that works.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, hip hop is like any other genre of music, isn't it? You're gonna have loads of different types of people talking about lots of different things. But if you're talking about what the genre was when it first came out, you're talking about people who are talking about their struggles and whatnot. Then you're talking about people who are just bragging about their lyrical skills.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still that element to hip hop. That's never gonna go away, no matter what, because that's what it was founded on. So you know.
But it doesn't have to. But how it was created doesn't mean it doesn't have to look the same.
No, it doesn't have to look the same.
Well, people always talk about that. You know, it's
Only
betraying
because
its roots. That it's not what it was. It had to be like this and that.
But only because it's talking about now it's talking about things that.
I'm just saying it's gone downward.
But and on the top, yes, I'll agree with you. But that's always been the case for whoever's on the top. Whoever's been on the top of hip hop from the start. Maybe not from the start, but let's say from the 90s onwards.
Yeah.
They're only going to be talking about money because it was a lot of people who didn't have money or who weren't able to have the things that they can now have.
Let's stop
That's
there.
what they're talking about.
Do we think it's positive? Let's forget the direction it's going. Let's say the state of hip hop. Is that positive? Is it a positive thing for people? When you're talking about, oh, I woke up in my new Bugatti. Is that positive for the people who are listening to it? When they're running around, yeah.
Now, of course it's not. It's not, but this is my point. So, okay, so for every Ace Hood talking about New Bugatti and all these guys, you're still going to have people who lyrically are on a different level. If you're talking about someone like J. Cole, you're talking about Kendrick Lamar, you're talking about...
Yeah, but even then, are you lifting those people? Apart from great beats, who everyone loves great beats, guaranteed. I remember loads of my Muslim friends. I remember even one of my cousin, he was like, I just need to get the instrumentals. I can't take the lyrics. They're too bad. So you just get the instrumentals. Be playing the instrumentals in his house all day.
I like it.
Yeah, but all I mean is, they don't like Ghana was saying. They don't really serve a purpose.
No.
If we're talking about if hip hop is still of any value, I think the only person you can really look to, not being someone who knows about hip hop, I would say is Kendrick Lamar. Even J. Cole, you listen to him, but even still, like 50% of his albums still kind of waffle. And I'd say, for me, obviously, I don't know Nas and Jay-Z back in the day, but I would say even some of the stuff that he talks about now, he's still kind of like, he's like a version of them two kind of formed together, I think. Don't get me wrong, I love J. Cole. I love his new album. I like his first one. I'm all over it. But Kendrick Lamar, I think, is almost like a saviour of hip hop to some degree.
I don't know.
He reaches the masses.
I think that's dangerous.
But
it's dangerous to say that.
it was
as
a
well.
good album.
It was a very good album, but it's dangerous to say he's a savior. He's just he's a product of. Do you know what? So someone like Kendrick Lamar, his success is owed a lot to the fact that people are doing rubbish. If for example, so that's what I'm saying. When I was saying earlier, how his story is nothing new.
I do see it.
When I was saying earlier, his story is nothing new. What I mean is, because it's something that they haven't spoken about for a long time, you can regurgitate and come back out with it. And it's fresh because we haven't been speaking about it for 10, 15 years. Snoop Dogg and Dre talking about Compton and what the West Coast has been like from in the 90s. It's died down. Everyone's rapping about different things now. The South took over and trap music came in, and Lil Wayne and Young Money whatever took over. So it went away from that. That's all it was for a long
isn't
time.
Lil Wayne a perfect example of somebody he's great, a great lyricist, putting great lines together. However, when you put the whole, you ain't talking about much.
But I was gonna say
he just keeps on popping out loads of tracks.
you're right.
That don't actually mean anything.
No, you're right.
But they sound amazing.
So lyrically, he's really good. His
Yeah.
raps are on the braggadocious side.
Yeah.
So he's talking about his lyrical skills. He's just showing you
Yeah.
how he's got punchlines and I can put lines together on a good beat. That's one
no, but
aspect
some
of hip-hop.
people live their life by that.
But this is my point. So it depends. This is why I said it depends what you're listening to. I listen to Lil Wayne. I don't take any what he says as a mantra.
you listen to Lil Wayne
Oh,
or
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne? which is it the little one?
I listen to Tunchi. I don't listen to Lil Wayne. But I got all these albums. So I listen to Lil Wayne, right?
I like Lil Wayne.
Right. So then, good. You're up to speed with us. What's your favourite Lil Wayne song?
Oh, that one about love that you did recently.
See?
Wow.
But
What's
this
that
is-
one?
Why are you being so stereotypical?
My Christian friend was playing it in her car, and I was like, this is a tune.
No, but that's perfect. This is what I mean. So
Girls out there on the
rap-
tune I'm talking about. That Lil Wayne one.
It has a split personality, like anything. But it depends what you listen to. If you're only listening to these guys, Jay-Z and whoever, then to you it's satisfying, but it is dead, really. If you're listening to the people like I always talk about Slaughterhouse, you're listening to Sky Zoo, you're talking about Royce 5'9", you're talking about Joe
But
Budden.
even Royce the 5'9".
Yeah, but lyrically, this is what I'm talking about. So
Lyrically, great. If you're talking about skill,
then if you're talking about skill, you can't question
Yeah.
it. If you're talking about whether he's uplifting people, that's a different amount. If you want something to uplift people, then you need to go somewhere else.
but then you do need something that takes you above, because then you could be talking about what's it called? Bob Marley. Now, he definitely lifts people up. He's a complete package.
Can
Can I just go
Someone's
back
not
to one
happy.
point?
Someone's
No,
not
let's
happy.
touch on Bob
Ghana
Marley.
don't like
Anyway,
Bob
hold
Marley,
on.
guys. Just
Why are
in
you going to
case.
have every Jamaican been planning it out for me? I'm half Jamaican, by the way. Just going back on a little note. Joe Budden. No.
What?
No,
lyrically.
what?
No.
Lyrically?
I seen his interview on 105, right? Oh my gosh, what a loser. How is DJ Envy calling you Button over and over again and you are having it? You're supposed to be some bad man rapper.
No, but they're good friends. They're good friends. That's why he was doing that. He could get away with it. They've known each
Joe
other for
Budden was
years.
saying, I'm going to walk out of the studio if you call me Joe
Joe
Budden.
Budden does feel
And
like
he
that.
did it again.
He
He
does
looked like
all
he was
the-
going to cry. Then he put up a picture on Instagram today going, oh, here's my dad having a go at me because I was crying on TV.
Yeah, that's
What? That's when you know hip hop's dead.
No, but
why
this
is he crying
no,
on TV?
But that's
Real
social
talk.
media. That's social media.
So wait, why do you have to be tough on anyway?
Because it's a
I'm
man's
playing
she
devil's
do?
advocate. Why do you have to be tough?
Because it's a man's game. It's a man's sport. It's a man's sport. Hip hop
Deep.
is a man's
That's
sport.
deep.
But it is though.
You cussing
So
Lauryn
men-
Hill then?
No,
Men
Lauryn
can't
Hill.
cry.
No, I'll tell you what. Lauryn Hill's one of the best rappers ever. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Amen.
After that, the only people who I'd even put close to her, people like MC Light, I'd say. MC Light was one of the best rappers.
What are you trying to say?
Little Mama?
What are you actually trying to
Her tough face. I'm saying hip hop is a man's game, straight up.
Okay.
That's why women don't do well in hip hop. Period.
No, but why do you need to be tough? That's what I'm trying
because
to say.
once you get that many men around, testosterone's
It's
gonna
gonna
fly.
be flowing, isn't it?
It's a tough thing. That's why they always talk about gay rappers and they say there's a gay rapper. There's been a gay rapper. He's been hiding in the industry for years. They always talk about this, but no one knows who it is because he can't come out. Like in football, well, there's definitely gay footballers, but you can't come
Yeah,
out.
but it's a numbers game. There has to be a game.
Definitely.
There has to be, yeah, but
But they
will
ain't
he
gonna come out. No.
Yeah, we'll know if he brings out fucking love.
Home is over hose, yeah.
If he brings out love, we'll know.
The real life video. Who do you think, if you had to guess out of all the top rappers in the game, if you had to guess who was going to be the gay rapper?
I think...
Whichever one hasn't got a gun to come and shoot us.
No.
Lil Wayne, I say.
Yeah, but they said that because he was kissing
Baby.
Baby.
How did he survive that? Like, it looked
How
they were
did
kissing.
Rick
It looked
Ross
like they were
survive
kissing
being a
his
prison
tongue.
guard? I don't get that.
Yeah, that's the one I never understood.
And then people that think they're thugs, they're talking about how great Rick Ross is.
Anyone says I love Rick Ross, I just look. You don't understand. It's like big minus points on their personality. Anytime it's like, yeah, Rick Ross. I'm like,
Because
really,
all they're looking at is the money.
No, and the
What
beats.
money? Nah,
He
come
gets
on,
good beats though. He
I
does
wear
get
the-
good. They make your head
I wear the
bounce.
same perfume as Rick Ross.
Huh?
No,
I wear the same perfume
What
as Rick
perfume
Ross.
is it?
Tom Ford, Black
no,
Orchid.
you wear the same perfume.
How's that song?
You-
Tom
aftershave,
Ford,
rather,
I don't
as
do
me.
Molly, I do Tom Ford.
Tom Ford, that's another song. This is the thing. I was going to get back
Let's
to
see.
you.
Have you noticed how many people are suddenly wearing Tom
Tom
Ford?
But you see, this is what I was
Yeah.
going to say. See, people like Jay-Z,
Crazy.
they have a responsibility, right? Because as much as I hate to admit it, Jay-Z's one of the biggest, music stars in the world, whatever you want to
Because
call
of
him.
Beyonce?
Because of whatever, but he's at the top, right? So this means you have a responsibility. You can do your album, do your normal Jay-Z album, talk about Tom Ford and all your famous people and whatever. But then you can do something there that can uplift people, like Hamza's saying. You can come out with a couple songs that can change stuff, change the way people are thinking about stuff.
Yeah, but
And
when
this
they
is what
try
they
and do
don't
politics
do.
ones, man, they always come across terrible.
I know, but
Except for I remember Mosh from
Mosh,
Eminem.
yeah, I was just
Wicked.
gonna say that.
I love that one.
Top song. But even on Magna Carta, he's got that song Oceans. Have you heard that song? I don't know if you've heard that.
Listen to his album.
When he's talking about the water, he's got a yacht on the water, but he's saying the water is the same water that his ancestors came to the country on, and the boats, and he's comparing it to slavery. Yeah, that song's pretty good. I heard it. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. A bit more of that and a bit less of the rest. Then we've got something to talk about. But Tom Ford, the worst thing about the Tom Ford song is everybody's singing Tom Ford, but the lyrics are, "What clap for a nigga with your trapping ass," or whatever. Like, how's people gonna be singing rapping about Tom Ford? Tom Ford himself is gonna want to sing that song, where he's gonna be saying, "Clap for a nigga with your clapping."
Yeah.
Come on, man! Like, I don't understand. This is what
I
I
can't
don't.
remember how old Tom Ford is. I was telling you that. The guy used to party in Studio 54.
No way. Why does he look like he's at 32?
He looks
That
so
guy looks
young.
He looks fresh, man.
Yeah.
He is pretty sharp.
You remember that? What is it? The Devil. No, not the Devil one. What's the one with Goldie Hawn? And,
Death Becomes.
I swear he did a deal like that.
Yeah, it's
Just
so
looks
true.
like
He
that.
has got that tight face.
Yeah. He looks so fresh, man.
So fresh.
But that's how hip hop's changed, man. Hip hop's no longer just about, It's gonna evolve because the stars are bigger.
Oh, but
now.
come on now! It's the biggest music form now around.
It's the best, though.
No, it's the biggest. Not
the best.
To
necessarily
be the
best.
biggest, you can't be real.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta sell out.
But
Everyone's
of
sold
course,
out.
There are going to be people
No.
that are still kind of playing true to the game, but obviously there's going to be people making money from it. And at the same time, you kind of got to see it as a good thing because I think music is one of the only things that black people are kind of, I don't know, the ins
What,
and
good
outs.
at?
No,
What you trying to say?
oh no, you
I
would
thought you
never
were trying
say
to
that
say
from
that.
me
You've gone too
ever.
far.
I mean,
About
it's technically it's the only thing that black people.
Why don't black people ever make a rap video where they're just running?
What, running while
Running while
joke,
rapping, that-
telling a joke.
Suddenly a
and rapping.
supernova.
That's the
That's
best
the world
black
will
man.
end.
Imagine if Usain Bolt rapped the whole way he was doing 100 meters,
Man.
and they made a video out
And
of it.
the lyrics are funny.
Oh,
That's a
it'd be-
superhuman. No one can ever top that.
That would be the one. But no, what I was saying was that music seems to be the only thing that we, as far as I know, we pretty much own it. Like if you go to your black hair shop, it's not run by black people. You know, everything that like black people do, or like what is related to like black culture, it's usually someone else that's running it in the back. Like for
Yeah,
example,
but music, man, people
I
are.
was
There's
watching-
big companies.
not
there.
on DMC. What's that? Thingy's house, Run's house.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And then they went to the headquarters of, I think it's like Word Up or one of these old school black magazines. And there was a white man sitting at the head of the table. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Come on.
hold on, this is
100%.
Word Up magazine and there's white people in it. But it seems
That's not
like
gonna
music seems to be the thing where kind of Jay-Z is there like, well, look at us, we're top of the
No.
game.
From
we're reaching up to
Bojangles,
the-
don't get it twisted.
Yeah, man. I mean,
All the time.
The
There's always
creatives.
parent companies.
Let's
Yeah.
not, please don't say Illuminati anyone because
No, we're
I'll
not
get
talking
upset.
I don't need to. I'm just sticking triangles
we got triangles. You can't see the room right now. We've got triangles all over the
all over this place.
You will not find triangle anywhere actually.
That's how we started this podcast. Money from Illuminati.
Oh yeah.
No, don't say that. People will take you seriously.
I want them
It's
to.
fine, man. That's
I want them
okay.
to. And I want if you
Let me
think
speak
it's.
backwards for you guys for a minute at the end.
I want you to come and see how someone like me, because I am part of the Illuminati, come and see how I live, so you can know how great the Illuminati
But
is.
you live authentically.
You're rapping Illuminati.
I'm old school rap Illuminati. I ain't no
We need
hip hop
to do- We
Illuminati.
need to do one of them Goblin videos. You know the one that.
Oh man,
Tyler.
That
funny.
is the sickest
Tyler,
video
Creator.
ever. We need to do one of
What,
them.
when he
just to
slaps the
prove.
lady and she comes back.
Oh, that?
No,
that?
the one he's sitting on the stool is like one long shot.
When
and
he
then
eats the cockroach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And his
yeah,
eyes
yeah.
are going all black.
What about him? What about him?
Sick
What about
video.
Tyler the Creator?
I think he's caught in the controversy. Another thing is he's living up to this whole kind of, you know, that LA vibe where
Yeah.
everyone's just on.
But
some
they are
crazy
like
drug
that.
vibe.
They are like
They are.
Yeah. But it's not niche at all, but he's definitely hitting that culture on the head. He's living it
Yeah.
for sure.
But then don't
do
you
know
think
the ones
that-
with kids?
Yeah.
Do you remember the film Kids?
Yeah.
He's like that. You know that real hardcore adult
Bunch of kids
living,
just
doing what
doing
they
wild.
want.
But isn't it hedonism? in a way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that we were talking about before. That there's no purpose, there's no direction, there's just enjoyment every day. No thought for the future.
No, their purpose is we're young and we're enjoying ourselves. We've got the means.
They are.
And we've got the outlet.
Is it Talisa? Because I'm young. Yeah, I'm young.
Is that Talisa's song?
Yeah, do that again. Yeah.
I think,
Never heard that song.
I think subconsciously, or maybe on a very conscious level, that is the mantra for the.
Maybe they
the
just
young
they,
guy-
maybe
the
they
kids
just
that
refined
nowadays
it.
is, I'm young, we do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they should do that. Maybe there's a formula to making this pop song with lyrics. And you just say things like young and fun.
And you just need to
things
have
like
an
that,
Aspo.
and love.
It comes from this idea. You remember when they brought Asbos in? They were like, "Oh, we've got to try and control the kids. How do we control them?"
Yeah.
And I think this is what this culture is. Not only here, probably in the States as well. Is that kids have no sort of responsibility. So we're not going to get put in prison. Let's be fair. Like if you're out there doing drugs, they'll probably go, "Stop taking drugs, kids."
Is that the police in the
Yeah,
US?
do that, don't
They are not like that.
Don't forget.
Yeah, stop taking. What?
Oh wait, are the police on drugs as
I'm
well?
gonna go to America if they're like that, man. They will shoot you hard. They don't care.
Well, then how are all these kids running around doing so much drugs in the States?
They do those
Yeah,
drugs.
kids are
full
doing
stop. They do.
drugs from super young.
Yeah, but it's all about class as well. Like people in those areas are not getting stopped by police in the first place. That's why they're doing
That
it.
is very true, actually.
No one's coming up to them. Look at all the people in the media who are doing coke. You don't see no police putting them up against the wall, going down Soho.
And
They all need to do, go down Soho
And they
on
can
any
clean
Friday
up,
night.
Clean up. But they don't care
Everything will
about
be
that.
full.
Is it Molly or Mandy? I get confused.
Molly.
Where the hell did Mandy
I
come from?
I could have sworn I had Mandy. And I think I've actually said Mandy a couple of times like it's the truth.
But ain't
Did
Mandy
no one
the-
correct you?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't
Just
think I was
when you're
around
talking
those
about
kind of people
someone.
that knew. Then
Oh, okay.
I was around those people that think that I
You're
know.
going to disseminate now a fake drug.
Oh,
You're going to start saying Mandy because
Oh, that's
they
it. We should
think
do
that-
that. We should start doing that.
I'm
Just
trying
make
to-
up words.
Let's make up a drug.
Make up a drug called Mandy, and everyone's going, "What's this Mandy? How did we get Mandy?"
And imagine if Jay-Z wrote a song called Mandy.
I don't think
He'd be
Mandy.
making money.
It's true,
He
actually.
probably wouldn't make a penny, to be
Oh
fair.
god.
But yeah,
Hey,
that's the one.
it'll be all good stuff. Alright, I think it's enough, guys. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, you know, it's our first podcast. It's been really good. Everyone's enjoyed ourselves. I think it's been really good. I hope you've enjoyed listening. I hope you've been discussing these things at home.
Yeah.
We're
Hit
gonna
us
have
up on our page. We're going to have our Twitter up soon and all of that. And we'll let you know on our webpage.
YouTube,
as well.
YouTube page as well.
Hit it all up. All social media. Blah, blah, blah.
So you can see what we look like.
The Coup. Yeah. Don't forget, we'll be
I
back with
called us
episode
the
2.
Coup. Sorry.
Well, some people are going to be calling us the Coup. We're not the Coup.
C
It's the Coup.
P.
As in military coup.
And if you can, this weekend, try and get your hands on some Mandy. The best stuff.
Mandy.
Stay down from day one, so I say fuck all y'all niggas. Except my